Chapter 10, XIV Till Eternity, 1998. Mondo's hands were surprisingly delicate, the fingers thin, almost gentlemanly, a contrast to the kind of damage they were capable of inflicting in Preston's yard. They held the cassette as if it were a butterfly. He read the label and his chest tightened. North Star Records. Amazing, the rumors were true. Earlier that day, a guard had called him aside and slipped the cassette to him on the down low. This cop was cool. The guy had family on the norte side of the law, and he often kept Mondo posted on the latest doings on the streets. Today, he'd bestowed the most amazing gift, a tape known as the GUN album, Generations of United Norteños. All afternoon, Mondo wondered what the song said. He'd heard Norteño rappers before, bands calling themselves Northsiders, or whatever, but this album was a revolution. The guard said it was produced by the NF itself, and it was made with the goal of uniting Norteños throughout the state. The NF was selling the CDs out on the streets. With the cassette in his pocket, Mondo felt a rush of reassurance, of empowerment, and in that moment, he sensed that a new day was dawning for Norteños, that in time, they really would vanquish the Sureño threat, and his raza would be shown respect in all corners. That afternoon, he went back to the dorm before it filled with boys and guards. A few homeboys gathered around him. He was dying to open the cassette case. He popped the tape into his clear plastic Walkman. They heard this weird, creepy synthesizer sound and then an echoing voice. First and foremost, no matter where you are, may it be on the calles or in the pintas, we would like to send a few shout outs to our fellow carnales and all norteños throughout Northern Califas. Much love. For those of us who represent, we must continue to respect the old, while at the same time welcoming the new. Mondo took this in. He liked the message because he certainly represented the new. He held up the Walkman as others listened to it. This is a combined effort to enlighten the worthy, as the time is now that we must leave old attitudes to the past and adopt new and more meaningful and fulfilling ideas. Not only must we expand our minds, we must also explore various facets of life. Just as knowledge can be the key, there is strength in numbers. Therefore, we as Norteños can no longer continue to fight against one another. All Norteños must unite with the determination to fight and challenge all those who oppose our unity and advancements towards equal justice. Mondo nodded along this truth, recognizing phrases from the format, the rambling essay that was the prologue to the XIV bonds he was trying to memorize. The original format was said to have been written by that guy called Copas from Salinas, though no one ever knew for sure. Mondo checked out the album's first rap cut, XIV Till Eternity. Norteños would die by their own hands, but we gotta stop and unite our northern lands. Your paño ain't no more red than mine. We're all from different barrios, but on the same side. Carnales, it's up to the norte to kill the beast. All Sureños must cease. Whoever made this album had nailed it. Mondo had always harbored a dislike of the NF, but now he reconsidered. Maybe those carnales really did understand the support the Norteño soldiers on the street. All the north on north killing the Salinas, those hits on Sal, Maikio, what was this shit about? It seemed more like ends were getting killed by their own than by their enemies. It seemed like more ends were getting killed by their own than by their enemies. Where had the loyalty gone? The love and respect? This message, on the other hand, was good news. This was the real cause that Mondo believed in. The rap song spoke to him in a personal way. Even the titles, Eastside, XIV, Sureño Killer, Pinta, Beyond. These rap songs spoke to him in a personal way. Even the titles, Eastside XIV, Sureño Killer, Pinta Bound, You Gots to Kill. It was the story of his world set to music. It was the story of him. He basked in the satisfaction of knowing his life was on the correct path. But soon, in a single instant, with a single phone call, his life would 180 in the opposite lane, leading him to a cause so different from the cause he would scarcely believe both states of devotion could be called love.